It's 3 a.m. the morning after the election. I wake up and cannot go back to sleep. I look out my window from my seventh floor apartment and see flashing traffic lights. There are no cars on the street. The city is silent. The people in my neighborhood may be disappeared like in the Latin American police states they fled from. The neighborhood may be emptied out block by block like a Warsaw ghetto. There is a flashing red light in the middle of the night. Now stop means go. Lady Liberty's torch is flashing red in New York Harbor. The tide is reversed, going out to sea at night, coming at dawn. Dead journalists, poets, dead fetuses wash up on shorelines. Butchers and bartenders will rake in the dough. Hollywood will make a killing at the box office again. Will we choose to recede into flickering fantasy and dystopian drama darkness? Or will there be underground music, underground poetry, underground dance clubs? Will gay men be arrested and have their dicks cut off like in Iran? Will all men feel free to grab women by the pussy? Will we be in the new legions of psychotic homeless men and women grabbing at our lost dreams in thin air? Will the island of Manhattan sink under our weight into the sea? Will Florida become no man's land? Is DeSantis drooling over red meat and dreaming of Donald Trump's corpse? Will his police be knocking at your door? Will there be a hit list? Will those who dare to amass in the streets be tear gassed, hosed, or shot? Will the ghosts of John Lewis and Navalny return and haunt us from the dead, intoning red flashing lights means go? What is the point of life if we die slow deaths under a boot, gun, or a burning sun? Red flashing light means go. Go organize, go mobilize, go strengthen community, go make alliances at work, go celebrate beauty, go make art, make music, go write a poem, go read it somewhere, go unburn bridges of family, go love children fiercely, go equip their minds, your mind for battle, steel your nerves because red flashing light means go.
In memory Rifat Al-Hurriya, poet and educator, assassinated on December 6, 2023 by the Israeli occupation forces in the Gaza genocide. And after Palestinian and Israeli peace activists Ali Abu Awad and Ami Dar, whom you can see in conversation on YouTube. A nation's morgues tortured with corpses. An army sets out to annihilate darkness by the light of white fire, the lamp of bombs signed by children with hearts and stars. A boy tugs on his brother as witness. I'm dying of hunger. Help me, world. Then stops, turns away, his drained face saying he knows there's no world anymore. Cats eat sniped bodies. Bombed sewers breed disease. Teens in costume hijabs and eyeshadow bruises cackle into cameras, raid fridges, blast showers, gleefully flick electricity switches. Captives shiver. Stripped flesh is currency. Lingerie loot. A soldier grins, tugs on a bra strap twisted into barbed wire. Black lace ghosts, silk soles, expose his pose. Here a university, silent all autumn, at last allows a silent vigil, because silence is all we now have in common. Elsewhere, people march, cry justice, peace, freedom. lie on the road wrapped in shrouds and kaffirs, light Hanukkah candles in ceasefire menorahs, write on white kites the death of a poet, a tale to be told in every tongue. Here and there, more and more, brave people build bridges from the wreckage of fences, meet above the abyss, look not down, but at each other.
"1986 is when I blew trial. I was brought back from the feds, now I'm here on a turnaround. The jury said guilty and I said hold up. They gave me life for mass murder. Now I'm in a cell and I'm pleading my innocence. Attack the blacks that's supported by the government. The DA told my lawyer he'll make me a deal, but in other words, he wanted me to squeal. You know, snitches get stitches. Put into body bags, tell on anybody, my brother don't make me laugh. So they made me the suspect, they made and paid witnesses. You know, black man robe and white man justice. And of course they got a sign that says in God we trust, but in God they lust, oppress, they steal and despise because we black on and we civilized. So they heard my plea and they labeled me crazy because I don't fear them, Allah has created me. So they threw me in a cell and gave me a keeper. You know, jail over college, my brother, which one is cheaper? So I elevate self to a higher level in the belly of the beast, land of the devils. Give me a shovel, cause I'ma rewrite the law and give myself a time cut on the cell floor. Cause I got plans and I refuse to be held back by a system that was made just for blacks or anybody that's known as original. The only ones I know that's called criminals, but that's subliminals for those who wanted to glow. Chasing the pipe dream, now you're on death row. Gave up your dream of a positive high, sold out our people for a piece of the apple pie, but I didn't sell out because the blacks was under attack, ask YOC. Butter don't play that. So in a prison, I got a vision. My plot, my insight is to kill the racism. As some still remain in a state of darkness, I look at the bars with these lyrics, I spark it, cause I got chains on my arms, I got chains on my feet. They say, lock him down for the words he speaks. So in the 4x4 cell is where I dwell. But it's a long place from the place called hell, so I excel while some sit and tell. If you don't plan for the future, my brother, you plan to fail. Ain't no such things as shrimps and lobsters. My new neighbors is considered murders and mobsters. 23 hours in the box, I'm on a lockdown. I'm counting the rats and roaches, I'm on a countdown. Business I used to get from my shorty was getting older, a kiss and a hug, 6 minutes, Dougie, then it's over. Trying to break me down cause I'm one bad creation, to follow a prophet Muhammad, supporter of the Zulu nation. But before I go, I got one last jewel. You know, a wise man can play a part of a fool, especially a captive, trying to remain sane knowing there's snakes in the grass and there's pawns in the game. I'ma keep on struggling and fighting. I'm not gonna let them break my peace. A voice from the wilderness, Butterlad, worldwide, holla, YOC, in the belly of the beast. Peace.
There are no prisons named for significant historical figures, nor any paid large sums to put corporate logos up above their portals, which seems odd to me, considering how proud we seem to be of our prisons, so proud that we keep building more and then still more of them. So here's what I suggest. Let's give each prison the name of a corporate sponsor that is guilty of murder or acts of pollution so heinous that if corporations really were people, they would be locked away in one of these places for the rest of their lives. Too many corporations and not enough prisons to take their names, you tell me. The solution to that is easy. We can just build more prisons.
Epilogue for the 21st century. And the demon took possession of the nation, leading it by the hand, engaging in topsy-turvy talk, weaving and unstitching gnarls of lies, dangling morsels of double talk and innuendos. And the nation jumped in attempts to capture those morsels, if only for a second, to distill them into reality, to identify them as black or white. But the demon kept changing the meaning of all things, kept morphing his empty shell of broken bits of shiny shards of wickedness enshrined in glassy vials, contorting and heaving, drowned in a melee of arguments and weapons and hurricanes and earthquakes and wildfires and special reports on the evening news, while the demon's henchmen went out into the world and defiled the rivers, defiled the women, defiled the poor, defiled all the good creatures of the earth. They were hell-bent, maniacal in their derangement. They were the leaders of the free world.
Tending Revolution. Blackberries start in flowers, like worlds inside a dream, becoming fruit from petals first, the ends within the means. Free Leonard. Sunrise calls the morning dove, who calls to me each morning. Rise to shine and share that freedom you touched within a dream. Hands off Asada. There are some flowers who cannot be captured. A single rose, a field of poppy, whose presence extends beyond time and body, who has passed the torch and the path to follow.
Don't look, just keep walking. Corpses at the side of the road. Can't confuse the smell. Fresh fallen flesh, exposed bones. The cats are hungry. They eat one of the corpses. No, you're not fantasizing, nor an actor in a zombie movie. I see ghosts walking among us. No, you're not confused. Don't look to the side. Neighbor is blindfolded, on his knee, naked. His mouth is bleeding. Raise the white flag. Don't let your hand shake. Don't look, just keep walking. Stop thinking, stop thinking. Don't count your displacements. Don't look back. Don't remember the house now. Don't remember your friends. Don't cry, don't cry. Just keep walking.
No one can stop to leave a flower unburied dead. Collect the scattered, unuttered words, nor adorn the broken off stories. You say, keep walking. Drag the brazenness of death with your belongings, litter a path with your futile protests. You say, don't stop. Only the remnant of your shadow shelters the unburied.
I wonder what it would be like if there was no such thing as profit and people always had what they needed. where we needn't worry that they have enough to live, to eat, to be taken care of in old age, because we would share everything. Science fiction stories run through my mind where profit is removed as a life motivator. Some dystopian, yes, but others not. What would we be left with? Where would we be now? Those same stories show two divergent cultures, usually warring and incompatible. How can we get to the right side of human evolution? My mother was moved from one nursing home to another when medical monies ran out. Ward of the state, they told me. If her bed is empty, we fill it. Alternating emergency hospital stays with a bed in a nursing home, they shift a confused, lonely woman in the latter stages of dementia back and forth to a different place, each home worse than the one before. Once en route to the ER by ambulance on a beautiful late winter morning, she died in the parking lot.
That unexpected telephone call from Managua to the last Antilles island. Ernesto Laureano's dead. On the flight, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, Havana, Managua, looking at sea and more sea, I could think of nothing else. Since we're born to die, the best way is for the revolution like you did. Of course, it would have been better if you'd never died, so long as your wife and your kids and your friends and everyone in the world never died. When I baptized him 20 years old in Solentiname, because he wanted to leave his insular Protestantism for our revolutionary Christianity. He didn't want a godfather or a godmother. The entire Campesino Youth Club were his godfather and godmother. Above all, his obsession with the revolution. Fascinated by Marxism, but never wanted to read Marx. Very intelligent, but never wanted to form an intellect. The most foul-mouthed person I ever knew, but the one who said bad words most purely. One time, commenting on the gospel at Mass, those wise men sure fucked it up going to Herod's first. Or, on the Holy Trinity summing it all up, those three assholes are just one asshole? The night he confessed to me facing the calm waters of the lake, I don't believe in God or any of that shit. Well, I do believe in God. Only for me, God is people. But he always wanted to be my altar boy. No one could take that office away from him. His most frequent expression, kiss my ass. Laureano, my son and my brother, son sweet and headstrong like every son with his father. And what's more, since I was not your real father, you were more my brother than anything. My brother, much younger in years, but above all, my compañero. You like that word better, don't you? The one you loved most after Revolución. Compañero Subcomandante Laureano, Jefe de la Guardia Frontera. I say it with you, death can kiss our ass. I did not want to write this poem, but you would say to me in the poetic language you spoke in those masses, translated later into so many languages, even Japanese, and that must have cost them. Poet bastard, tell those fucked over compañeros of mine in Solentiname the counter-revolutionary sons of great bitches killed me, but death can kiss my ass. Like that, tell your mother to surrender of Van Els. You were always telling me you couldn't wait to be a guerrilla. And I, with your lack of discipline up there, they'll execute you until your dream came true in the assault on San Carlos. Now we're gonna fuck those motherfuckers. The bullets the Guardia shot at you, and you telling it later. Flap, flap, flap. That time I thought I was dead. Brawler, party lover, womanizer, bursting with life but never fearing death. Not long before he died, he told me quietly in Managua, "Up there, it's crazy. I could be killed any day in an ambush. You have not stopped being. You have always been and ever shall be, not only in this, but in all universes. But sure, you only lived, thought, loved once, and now you're dead. Shall we say existence is like earth or like stone, which is the same? Stone endures because it feels nothing. But no, nothing stone endures. If you are alive to feeling there, beyond the speed of light, beyond the space which is time, completely conscious within the most vital consciousness of all existence, Laureano Mairena Presente. Fucking airplane, delayed at every stop, deepest night already, over the ocean. I could not stop thinking, I would like to die like you, Brother Laureano, and send word from what we call heaven. Fucked over brothers of mine in Solentiname, death can kiss my ass.